All right, he's one of our favorites here on A's Cast. Love talking about him. Your everyday center fielder, JJ Bleday, with us, and that's nice to say, right? Because now, like, you're coming into this spring, like it is your job. What is that like? Kind of more of a veteran player feel to you now?
It feels good, man. It feels good coming back and having that mindset of, it's mine to lose, and it's just like, I don't know. It just feels like, I'm not the only one, and there's other guys where we feel like we're in like a fit group to where we got a
Yeah.
lot of guys coming back, and that's I think that's going to set us up really good for the year.
Yeah, you talk about when you let young players play, and some organizations fear that. But when you let young guys, it's just not how you mesh on the field. It's what you do in the clubhouse. It's on the plane. It's on the buses. It's in the hotels. You become a unit together as you grow up together. Is there really that feel when you think of a lot of the young players? You're going to add some veteran guys, but the young players, you've kind of grown up in the big leagues now together.
Absolutely. I mean, we've been through a lot. I got here in 23, and it wasn't the best of times, but I think the growing pains of going through that with the young guys and some of the older guys, like even like Rook, and he had a tremendous year that year and then this past year. And I think those growing pains just are going to keep setting us up and keep getting us better and better. And having some additions this year with, Severino, Urshela, and Springs and all those guys, I think it's going to turn out really well.
You're a great example of a primetime talent who needed a change, but you also had to change your game. You kind of changed your swing. You went about a different approach. So some people think you just need a change, but you did. You needed a change of venue, but you also worked a lot on your game. Talk about the change coming to the Athletics, and talk about how you kind of change. You changed your swing to be more successful.
Yeah, I think, coming from Miami to here, I thought the coaching here was more detailed oriented in terms of approaches, what you should be doing. Hey, here's what you're good at. Let's keep honing in on this. And, Bushy and Aldretti and all these guys, they do a good job at, hey, like, let's start doing this approach and utilizing the other part of the field. And that's been a part of my game that's translated and gotten better. And along with that, obviously, like, getting a new change of scenery, it's huge, just being fresh. But mechanically and all that, just simplifying some things. So, like, lessening up head movement, getting rid of a big leg kick. It's very powerful and all that, but it's not consistent. And here in the big leagues, it's all about consistency. And that's all I was really aiming for. And when I got hurt in 23, I got in the cage right away. And I'm like, all right, I gotta find something that can trust and that can be consistent day in and day out. And yeah, you're gonna make some like little adjustments and tinker here and there, but your swing is gonna be pretty much the same. It's just like, what can I do with my swing to make it more efficient? And that comes with approach and then simplifying some mechanics.
And then on the defensive side, you knew you could play center field every day. You knew you could play right field, like you could go anywhere. But what did it mean to you, and kind of to prove to your skipper, who was an everyday center fielder, that, yeah, this is my job, I can play here every day?
I think coming into spring, I mean, like of last year, I went right out to center field. I'm like, I know I can do this. I'm gonna give my best effort because I know I can play left. I know I can play right. If I can play center, then like you can play anywhere. And Kotz is great. Kotz is talking some smack every now and then to kind of push us and always get better.
By the way, he's kind of at times been hard on you. Not,
yeah.
I mean, especially to us, that he would say he judges you differently than the other outfielders.
I think he sees some of himself in me, and that's a good thing. And he's going to push me for the better, and not only me but all the other outfielders. But he's just a good guy to lean on for those, for that position. And he was really good. He was a grinder, and there's definitely some things I can still improve on. But that's just the way of the game. The more experience you get, the more you're going to know, and the more data teams have on you. It's just it's always growing.
To me, these signings, we had one today. You guys were a part of it with your manager getting the extension. Obviously, I know Rooker, what he's meant to a lot of you guys, his extension. Severino is a free agent. I mean, you're kind of in that next line of guys they're going to want to sign. What did that mean to you to see these signings, for you to think about your future with this organization?
I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome for the org in terms of you can tell they want to win, and you can tell they want to keep these guys like Rooker, who has been a huge part of our lineup these past 2 years. And that gives confidence in us to go out and play and go out and want to win. And signing guys like Severino, who had an awesome season last year, Springs, Urshela, and now we got Luis Urias. And so I just think it just gives us confidence, and they want us to win. They're spending money, and there's potential like, hey, do you want to play here for the rest of your career? Do you want to keep doing this? And it's just that's just like a day by day thing. But I just think it sets us up for the season in terms of we have a possibility of making a postseason, doing some special things.
How was the off season? What'd you do over the big things going on in the off season?
Big thing was I got married, so that was a blast. I had a lot of these A's guys there at the wedding, and which is another thing. It's like, who would have thought I would have A's at my wedding? And it's just like, it's such a cool experience. Just the relationships being here and all that.
Like if you looked at college to where you got drafted, no one would ever put A's on that bingo board right there.
It's crazy, and I'm blessed to be here.
Yeah.
And but it was a fun time. My wife and I, went down to West Palm Beach for a honeymoon and all that. And it's been a good off season.
Well, I remember the first time I saw you play here, and you hit the ball off the batter's eye, and you got this triple. And I went,
in the park homer.
Was that in the Empire? And I remember going, that's first round talent.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember seeing it, and I'm like, this is why this guy needs to play every single day. It's been a blessing. It's been a blessing for you to come to this organization.
Absolutely. Playing every day, being valued, getting opportunity. I'm just looking forward to this year, and been very blessed with what's happened so far.
We're big fans here on Ace Cast. His mom watches the program.
My mom and my brother-in-law Jimmy, he watches it a lot too.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. We love when the family watches. But stay healthy.
Thank you.
This is going to be another big year for you, and hopefully it's a year that will lead to things where you'll be here for a long time.
Absolutely, I'm all for it.
All right, you be
Thanks,
well.
Tony. Appreciate it.
Ace Center Fielder.